Hi guys, this is the last question I'll be doing on VAT from the textbook. This is task 12.13. I have placed the solution for task 12.14 on ethics regarding VAT in the Dropbox in today's folder. Please go through that as it will help you answer questions on ethics that you may get in exams. Okay, before I start with task 12.13, if you look at pages 498 and 499, we're talking about the VAT return, which is called the VAT 201. And page 499 contains an example of exactly how a VAT 201 form looks, which a business uses to submit their VAT calculations at the end of every month or every second month. And on page 500, each of those blocks is explained. That's just an extension exercise for you guys. You can do that. That is a real practical VAT 201 form. Okay. So in task 12.13, this is for Willow traders. They sell clothes to the public for cash and on credit. They buy their trading stock from various suppliers for cash and on credit. They are a registered VAT vendor. They are provided with extracts from their financial records for the 2 months ended 31st July 2009. In 12.13.1, Willow traders does not have to register as a VAT vendor in terms of the law. Briefly explain why you think the business is registered. Okay, so I want you to turn up the page to 498 and we have some information here. And number one, Willow Traders' annual turnover is about 880,000. This is why they do not have to register for VAT in terms of the law, okay, but they have registered for that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the turnover is not over $1 million, although it is close, but he does not have to register until his turnover exceeds the 1 million. Okay. Now, why would he do that? Because he can claim back the VAT that he has paid on all goods and services used in the business. So the business can then claim the VAT back for all their purchases because they would have had to pay VAT on those purchases. Okay, so that's why a business would voluntarily register for VAT, just so that they can claim back the VAT that they've paid on their purchases. In 12.13.2, use the information to calculate the amount of VAT owed to SARS or the amount owed by SARS. And indicate whether the business owes SARS or SARS owes the business. So this information is given on page 498. Okay, and we're going to complete the table. So in number 2, the following balances appeared in the ledger on 1st of July. Okay, so we're going to put in our balances in the VAT output column and in the VAT input column. Okay, so I've got the VAT input column first, 122,000, and in the VAT output column, 56,000. Okay, and these are the opening balances. Okay, then on number 3, we have sales for August, 770,000 excluding VAT. Now remember, sales is VAT output. So we're going to calculate 770,000 times 15% to get the VAT output amount. Total purchases for August, 376,200 inclusive of VAT. Purchases we record as VAT input. So we're going to say 376,200 times 15 over 115 because the figure that was given to us, 376,200, includes VAT. We then purchase of equipment in August, 65,000 excluding VAT. If the figure excludes VAT, which is multiplied by 15%, and this is a purchase, so it will be in the input column. Okay, then bad debts written off, 570 inclusive and 500 exclusive. If you're given the VAT inclusive and the VAT exclusive amounts, you just have to subtract them in order to get the VAT. Okay, so this is bad debts written off. Okay, so remember bad debts. The sales are normally recorded as output, so now bad debts will decrease the VAT output. Alternatively, you could put it as a positive figure in the VAT input column. VAT on the discount allowed to debtors during August was 280. Okay, so here the VAT amount is given, so we don't have to calculate it. And discount allowed on debtors. When goods are sold to the debtors, it's part of VAT output. When a discount is granted to them, it decreases the VAT output. Okay, then VAT on the goods returned by debtors during August. Okay, and that's 1,400. So again, the VAT amount is given, 1,400. Okay, when debtors return goods, so when they buy the goods, we record it as output. but when they return the goods, the output actually decreases. So we're going to put the amount with a minus sign or in brackets. Sorry, I think it's supposed to be with a minus sign. And then the following drawings were taken by the owner during August. Trading stock 1824 inclusive. Okay, so we record trading stock as VAT output, okay, because the goods are leaving the premises. So we're going to say 1824 times 15 over 115. Okay, and we're going to ignore the cash because no VAT is charged on cash withdrawals. Okay, and then that's done. So you're going to total up your two columns. Okay, so we're going to total up our VAT input column and the VAT output column. Okay, all that's left to do now is to work out the difference between the two amounts. So we'll say 180,582 minus 169,988 to get the answer of 10,594. So in this case here, the input is greater than the output. And if the input is greater than the output, then this amount is actually receivable from SARS. Okay, so again the note, the minus amounts can be inserted in the opposite column as a positive, and this will change the final totals but not the amount owing or receivable from SARS. Okay, 12.3.3, SARS encourages all their vendors to submit their VAT returns by e-filing. What do you understand by e-filing? Okay, so e-filing is when the returns are submitted online instead of manual returns which have to be handed in at SARS offices. How can SARS guarantee security if using e-filing? Okay, so the business have PIN numbers which they must enter when they using e-filing. What is the advantage to the business for using e-filing? It is quick and individuals do not have to go to the SARS office or depend on the post. Payments or refunds occur almost immediately. Okay, so payments and refunds occur immediately. Okay, then 12.3.4. Okay, you have to indicate whether these statements are true or false, and if false, you have to give an reason. Okay, so VAT is levied at 10%. That is definitely false because we know that VAT is levied at 15%. Okay, it is compulsory by law that all businesses have to register as a VAT vendor. That is false. Okay, only businesses with a turnover of 1 million have to register as a VAT vendor. Then VAT charged on services given is charged to VAT input. That's false. VAT charged on services or on sales is all goes to VAT output. Then number 4, VAT paid on trading stock bought is charged to VAT input. That is true. Okay. Fresh fruit is exempted from VAT. That is false. Okay, because fresh fruit is zero rated, not exempted. Okay, then VAT is levied on petrol. That's false because petrol is exempted from VAT. Interest earned from the bank is subject to VAT. That is false because interest is VAT exempted. Okay, then all VAT is collected by the Department of Labor, which is obviously false because it is collected by SARS. The VAT period is based on 1 month. Okay, false again, because it can be based on a 2 month period, and in this question it is. Okay, then VAT input and VAT output accounts are closed off to the trading account. That is false, because they are closed off to the VAT control account. And the last one, the receipt basis is the preferred method of VAT collection. False. All businesses are subject to the invoice basis. Only businesses with permission can use the receipts basis. Okay, so that information was more at the beginning of your textbook if you read all of that. Okay, so we're done now with module 12. Please make sure that you complete all of these exercises in your books. Thank you. Bye.